If you walk onto the floor of a modern casino, you will see rows of people sitting in front of glowing screens, entirely mesmerized. They pull a lever, they watch the lights spin, and they wait. They know the house always wins, but they are biologically trapped by the machine. We look at gamblers and think we are immune. But you are holding the exact same machine in your hand right now. The modern smartphone is not a communication device. It is an unregulated, perfectly optimized pocket casino. Tech companies did not invent the addiction. They simply stole a psychological blueprint that was perfected 70 years ago. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner conducted an experiment. He put a pigeon inside a box with a simple mechanical button. First, he set the button to give the pigeon a food pellet every single time it was pressed. The pigeon learned the pattern, ate when it was hungry, and ignored the button the rest of the day. Then, Skinner changed the code. He made the reward unpredictable. Sometimes the pigeon got food, sometimes it got nothing, and sometimes it hit the jackpot. The pigeon completely lost its mind. It became intensely addicted, pecking the button thousands of times in a frantic, manic loop. Skinner discovered the most addictive mechanism in the human brain, the variable ratio reward schedule, and it is exactly what controls your life today. To understand why unpredictability is so addictive, we have to correct a massive misunderstanding about dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the chemical of pleasure. It isn't. Dopamine is the chemical of anticipation and desire. It is released before you get the reward, not after. It is the evolutionary mechanism designed to motivate you to hunt, to forage, and to seek. If a reward is 100% predictable, your brain stops releasing dopamine. The mystery is gone, so the motivation drops. But when the reward is unpredictable, when your brain doesn't know what it is going to get, or when it will get it, dopamine production absolutely skyrockets. This is why checking your phone is so deeply intoxicating. You never know what is waiting for you behind the glass. It might be a boring email, it might be a funny video, or it might be a massive hit of social validation. Because the payout is entirely variable, your brain remains in a constant, highly agitated state of anticipation. You are locked into a biological hunting loop. Your nervous system is constantly scanning the environment, waiting for the next random hit. This is why you cannot focus on a single task for more than 5 minutes. Your brain literally prioritizes the slot machine over reality. The tech industry did not just stumble into this. They hired hundreds of casino architects and behavioral psychologists to build your apps. Look at the pull to refresh feature. You drag the screen down, you wait for the little wheel to spin, and the feed updates. That is not a technical requirement. Your phone could update instantly in the background. The spin is a deliberately engineered pause to spike your dopamine. Look at notification badges. Why are they always bright red? Because red is an evolutionary trigger color. It signifies blood, danger, and urgency. Look at typing awareness indicators. Those 3 little dots that show someone is writing a message. Those dots are pure, highly concentrated variable anticipation. They lock your eyes to the screen, forcing you to wait for a payout that might not even arrive. Look at the infinite scroll. There are no pages. There is no bottom. There is no stopping cue to signal to your brain that the session is over. The machine removes all friction. It ensures that the easiest possible action your thumb can take is to simply swipe one more time. Every pixel, every color, and every sound is ruthlessly optimized to keep you staring at the glass for as long as biologically possible. Because in the digital economy, you are not the customer. Your attention is the product, and it is being harvested at an industrial scale. The largest companies on Earth do not sell software. They sell human futures markets. They sell the guarantee that they can manipulate your behavior. Advertisers pay billions of dollars for a fraction of a second of your time. If an app can keep you hooked for 3 hours, it can show you 300 ads. Your time, your focus, and your cognitive energy are literally being converted into corporate revenue, one swipe at a time. And what is the cost to you? The cost is your potential. The cost is your ability to do deep work, build meaningful relationships, and execute your actual goals. The hours you spend mindlessly pulling the slot machine lever are the hours you could have used to actually change your life. It is a highly guarded secret in Silicon Valley that the engineers who design these features strictly limit their own children's screen time. They know exactly how dangerous the product is. They refuse to get high on their own supply. But they are perfectly happy to sell the addiction to you. You are carrying a behavioral parasite in your pocket. It is slowly draining your ambition, substituting real fulfillment with cheap digital dopamine. The most terrifying part is that we have entirely normalized it. We accept chronic distraction and low-level anxiety as the default state of modern existence. But you are not obligated to play their game. You have the power to break the casino, but it requires radical action. The first step is to strip away the bait. Go into your phone settings right now and turn the screen entirely to grayscale. Without the bright red notification badges and the neon slot machine colors, your brain instantly stops associating the device with a dopamine hit. Step 2. Destroy the variable reward triggers. Turn off every single notification that is not generated by a physical human being. If an algorithm wants your attention, deny it. Do not let a server farm decide when you look at your screen. Step 3. Introduce physical friction. When you need to focus, put the machine in another room. Make the act of checking it require physical effort. When you remove the instant, cheap dopamine, your brain will go into withdrawal. You will feel bored. You will feel highly anxious. Sit in boredom. Endure the silence. That anxiety is your brain desperately trying to reboot its natural reward system. Once the receptors heal,